Cut along the lines to divide up your mould into pairs which will clip together using studs. After having filled the cavity, press the two parts of the mould together. Remove one half and using a plastic knife, trim away the excess paste. You may need to do this several times as necessary. A smaller bud can be made by placing a shorter sausage of paste which has already had a wire inserted into the base of the cavity. Clip on the other half of the mould and squeeze. Trim away the excess paste and then move the partially moulded bud to the top of the cavity. Press and squeeze again to form the top of the bud. Trim once again. Then remove from the mould and smooth along the ridge if one is present. A pale lemon bud is dusted with primrose sugarcraft powder. Use a fairly soft, flat bristled brush. Rub backwards and forwards to make sure the powder gets into the bottom of the indentations. The base of the bud is dusted green. Make sure that the top edge is uneven so that the colour blending appears quite natural. The tip of the bud is dusted pink to complete. A small piece of cream paste should be pressed into the bottom half of the toadstool mould. You only want enough paste to cover the veining, not to stand proud of the mould. There is no need to use a scraper to trim away the excess if the paste is thin enough. Fill the upper half with a brown coloured paste and trim the excess using your scraper. Remember to work from the middle to the outside edge. Clip the two parts of the mould together and squeeze away any excess. Trim away any paste as required. Remove from the mould. Make a hole in the centre of the underneath of the toadstool cap. A hand-modelled stalk has been made and pre-dried. It is inserted into the cap and set aside to dry. Toadstools and mushrooms grow in many different colours, but shades of cream, brown and grey appear to be more prevalent. Use a deeper brown powder colour for the upper surface of the cap and apply using a soft bristled brush. If your brush picks up too much colour, remove some by brushing on a piece of paper towel before touching up the colouring of the toadstool. A tiny amount of black dust is added to the stalk and the upper cap. Use a light beige colour to highlight the radial markings on the underside of the cap, accentuating the indentations. Finally, use a stiff, bristled brush to stipple some white powder which has been mixed with a tiny amount of vegetable fat to give highlight and therefore depth of colour to the toadstool. Insert and secure a wire into a slightly tapered sausage of paste and place into the Spadix mould. Clip together and squeeze. Remove the excess and then leave to dry. An arum petal has been rolled out and veins have been added using a Dresden tool, radiating out from the base of the petal. Moisten along the flat edge and then wrap around the Spadix. Pinch to secure and then gently ease the upper edge of the petal so the tubular flower head opens up. Place into a deep tubular flower former to dry.